As usual, we start with an artillery barrage. Who's attacking Atlantis today?
Cease firing!
From a nearby vantage point, Prince Namor of Atlantis has observed the awesome tableau.
Truly, my cousin Bera, you have proved yourself the munitions master of the seven seas.
Oh, so nobody's actually attacking. Yet.
Behold, my latest triumph, the laser gun. Begin the display.
I hope nobody wanted that stuff. I also hope he plans to patch that big gap in the wall. Namor doesn't like having to do all the military build-up, but I swear every time we see him, some dude is trying to take over Atlantis.
No foe would be foolish enough to attack Atlantis now, sire.
Here's a principle you can take to heart, Bera. Never underestimate the power of foolishness.
You have served your monarch well, Bera, and shall be amply rewarded. Rewarded? Yes, indeed, my illustrious cousin. More amply than you suspect.
As I said. And you knew he was going to be the villain. The mustache is a dead giveaway.
Here now is the plan. The citizens of Atlantis must be led to believe that Namor is a warmonger. Your tongue speaks treason, and the price of treason comes high. Fear not. Your purses will bulge with riches once the crown of Atlantis is mine.
Namor was just telling Dorma and Vashti that Bera is way too loyal to ever covet the crown. It's a good thing he got this crown by heritage, because he sure doesn't earn it based on perception.
And if you fail?
I shall not fail. Beyond that door is a weapon Namor did not see. My ultimate weapon. But only if necessary will I use it to seal my victory.
Oh, he has the ultimate weapon, all right. Gossip. His gophers start telling quiet tales of Namor and how he likes war and killing and hearing the big kabooms of the guns and all that. All of Atlantis' enemies have been defeated, so why the big military buildup? Is he planning to start a war? Is that really something we want?
Namor, you must stop this malicious campaign of whispers.
Words cannot undermine my throne.
What idiot told him that? Words have brought down more empires than he will ever know. Words brought about the Russian Revolution. Words brought about the American Revolution, and who knows how many others. He may be a prince of the blood, but are we sure Namor has the common sense required to run this place?
There will always be a few voices sowing the seeds of unrest.
It sounds as if the seeds have taken root.
I must reassure my people. Summon Lord Vashti and Prince Bera. They will attest to my love of peace.
He would have done better just to go with Vashti.
Citizens of Atlantis, I seek no war. The munitions display was for the security of our land, not aggression. Is this not so, Cousin Bera? I know only that you ordered me to manufacture those monstrous weapons.
If he's so indignant about the whole thing, why didn't he say no? As Namor's relative, he has the right to question the orders.
Warmonger! You know 'twas for defense. I know that one who seeks war deserves not to rule.
Namor really is a little slow at times, so it'll take him several more seconds to realize what Bera is doing.
This is treason! 'Tis you who are a traitor to your land. Therefore, I challenge you to a duel of strength for the throne.
Be not hasty, sire. I suspect a trap.
I accept the challenge.
Why does he keep Vashti around? He never listens to him. When I was around Namor's purported age, I often wondered about these civilizations, family groups, and others that left all the decisions to the elders, the oldest members of the group. Does wisdom really only come with age? Well, now that I am one of those elders, I can honestly say, no. It doesn't come with age. It comes with experience. It comes with the ability to look back at things you've seen and done and understand them. From there, you take what you've come to understand and you pass it on to someone else so maybe they won't have to make the same mistakes you did. I don't claim to have the wisdom of the ages or even the wisdom of the studio. She has those. But I have had a weird, complex, wonderful life, and I like sharing the things I've learned. In the silliest way possible, of course. Let's not get morose about this stuff.
As soon as the contest is over, deliver these messages. When you return, you will pay homage to a new monarch.
Atuma?
Mine is for Krang.
Methinks Bera is a fool.
A knave, perhaps, but not a fool. I'll warrant he's up to some trickery.
Gee, you think? But the first guy was right. If Bera thinks he can work some kind of deal with Atuma and Krang, he's a fool. I'm pretty sure either one or both of them could steamroll right over him and conquer Atlantis in a day. Or whatever time measurement they use down here.
And the duel for a throne begins. Suddenly, Bera plays his trump. Unaware of the pinprick from Bera's ring, the gallant prince falls.
Remember my principle, bad guy always goes for a weapon first. This qualifies.
Namor has fallen.
It cannot be. The blows were but glancing.
People of Atlantis, behold! Namor is vanquished, and I, Prince Bera, have earned the right to the throne!
Taking something by cheating and earning it are two different things, but the result is the same. Namor is out, Bera is in. Since that's the case, his henchmen will deliver their messages. If he had lost, I suspect they would have eaten them, since burning them underwater is difficult.
You say you saw it with your own eyes?
Aye, Bera is now ruler of Atlantis.
Then tell your master, Atuma's army will be outside the gates of Atlantis within the hour.
I don't get what Bera wants with these two. He has what he was after. What do they have to do with it?
If what you tell me is true, this is indeed a day for rejoicing.
I swear by Neptune it is so.
Tell Prince Bera that I, Krang, will join Atuma immediately, and we will seal his victory.
What is there to seal? He beat Namor under the law, he's now the king, and nobody is trying to challenge him.
But unknown to his emissaries, Bera's victory has been short-lived, for Atlantis refuses to forsake its true leader.
Then again, I may be underestimating the Atlanteans. But hold on, back up.
But unknown to his emissaries, Bera's victory has been short-lived.
Krang? He's still in transit. I think you meant Bera. But I suppose you're right, it doesn't matter. Ultimately, these petty dictators are all alike, so there's no reason their names can't be interchangeable. Very subtly played, sir. Well done.
Long live Prince Namor! He was defeated in fair combat.
The people don't care. They want Namor back, and no amount of whining is going to change their minds.
A short time later, a furious Bera aims his ultimate weapon on an unsuspecting Atlantis.
Only Namor, because he is half human, will be immune. But once these rays permeate the city, the Atlanteans will bend to my will.
He has no business trying to rule anything because he doesn't think things through. He said it himself, that thing won't affect Namor. But you know Namor can affect it.
I was defeated.
It was but a moment of weakness. You still hold the heart of the people.
If I have not the strength to defend them, have I the right to rule?
There is more than one kind of strength, sire.
Bera's mind control ray is working nicely on him.
Lord Vashti, are you ill?
Ill? Never have I seen things more clearly. As I was saying, Bera too has strength, and to him do I swear my allegiance.
And it really doesn't matter because, again, Namor never listens to him anyway. But now the people have turned against him and are demanding his abdication.
Hear them not, my prince. 'Tis some evil plot.
Would you be responsible for civil revolt?
No, not one drop of blood must be spilt. I will bend to their will.
Namor, I beseech thee.
Without the love of my people, I am not worthy of Neptune's trident, nor am I worthy of your love. So farewell, my lady.
I'm not sure what Namor's childhood was like, but he takes great pleasure in beating himself up, calling himself a failure, and giving up on everything the first chance he gets. His self-image is worse than Peter Parker's. And it's funny how nobody's asking why this thing doesn't affect Dorma. Namor is leaving, but maybe not.
Atuma's army and Krang! Like vultures, they wait to pick the bones of Atlantis. Fallen I may be, but still will I give my life for my kingdom.
And he seems awfully eager to do so. With the blind zealousness that characterizes his whole personality, he wades into two armies by himself. That's not the weird part. The weird part is he seems to be winning.
Shoot him! No! He must be captured. Would you make him a martyr? Bera is right. Capture him!
Yeah, sure, boss. That bonk sound means we'll get on it right away. Dorma isn't interested in living in Atlantis without Namor, so she's following him. She sees the scene and says, I have to get him some help. At least this time she didn't try to do it herself.
Lord Vashti, at this moment Namor sacrifices himself for this kingdom. I beg you to come to his support.
Your pleas fall on deaf ears. He is my sworn enemy.
Oh no!
That's it. She asks Vashti, he says no, she gives up. I think she's been taking lessons from Namor in how to fail spectacularly without expending too much effort.
Behold, Bera! There is your ex-monarch. Put him aboard my depth craft.
I have no fear of death, as long as it is honorable.
And what does that mean? Plus, as much as they all hate him, does he really think they're going to make this pretty?
It is here, O mighty cousin, that you shall meet your doom.
The sealed pit? This is not the fate of a prince. I have been deceived.
Enough talk. Put him within.
I repeat, what did he expect? Namor reminds me of my mother-in-law. He's so hung up on propriety and heritage and protocols and all that, he misses 98% of the life that's happening around him. This is Marvel's answer to Aquaman. Having said that, I did read all the Submariner comics, and these cartoons do not do them justice. I get the feeling that when the writers and artists got to the Submariner segment, they did a halfway job of selecting episodes to animate. We're stuck in a rut here. Atuma and Krang are about all we have to work with so far, and they're both hacks. Bera might have had possibilities, but the first thing he does is drag those two hacks back into the picture. There were much, much better stories they could have chosen that don't make Namor look like the neglected middle child who's always down on himself. I think the idea was to emphasize his royal rule and the challenges to it so he could talk flowery and all that, but frankly, it doesn't work. The stories we've had so far are not very flattering to their hero.
In Atlantis, an anguished Lady Dorma receives two disreputable visitors.
You are Bera's men. What do you want of me?
We care not who sits upon the throne, if the price is right.
I'm sure Bera will pay you well.
But he is a pawn in the hands of Atuma and Krang.
And Bera seems to be the only person in Atlantis who doesn't know that. He really thinks those two will bow to his authority.
And it is they who will rule in the end.
That must not happen.
She says, name your price to tell me where Namor is. They say, we'll do more than that. We'll show you how Bera is controlling the people of Atlantis. I think they feel tricked too. They were expecting to be Bera's flunkies, not Atuma's and Krang's. Well, as they say, One good turncoat deserves another.
There is one of Bera's guards.
I'll make short work of him.
Quickly, in here. Beyond that door is what Bera called his ultimate weapon. With it, he claimed he could subjugate Atlantis.
He didn't just say he could, he did it. Dorma wants to see this ultimate weapon, so our man Jimmy's the lock on the door, and in they go.
That must be Bera's ultimate weapon. Ah, Bera's new laser beam gun. Just the weapon I need.
Trespassers! In the lab! Guards! Capture them!
It is too late, my lady. We've been discovered.
Then I shall act quickly. And if I am right, this will release the people of Atlantis from Bera's spell.
However, I must stand here and talk about it until Bera has almost reached me. That is the rule. Imperious Rex.
My ultimate weapon! You have destroyed it! Guard, seize her!
My lady, forgive us.
Seize her, I say! You dare refuse your sovereign!
You are not our sovereign. Only to Prince Namor do we owe allegiance.
I'm not sure what Bera expected. He said himself the weapon was destroyed, but he hasn't stopped to think about the implications of that. This guy thinks he's king material.
The spell is broken, Bera.
Disarm her, if you hope to reap your rewards. It is reward enough to see you squirm.
Where is Prince Namor?
By the way, that thing works on people too. Would you care for a demonstration? But she has a better idea. Speak up or she'll turn him over to the mob. They're hoping to set a new world record for how many pieces they can tear him into. Dorma goes out and uses the laser pistol to disintegrate the lid over that pit and free Namor. Now let's deal with Bera.
Have you anything to say before I pass sentence upon you?
I beseech thee, give me a chance to atone for my mistake.
Very well, but only because you are a prince of the kingdom. Atuma and Krang know not of my return. Go then and tell them Atlantis is theirs for the taking.
Are you mad?
Once again, Bera proves that he's not the guy to lead this place. Does the word trap mean anything to you, dude?
Question me not, and if you are thinking of betrayal, remember your own guns will be trained on you.
And not just your laser pistol this time, so behave yourself.
Friends, the time has come. The gates of Atlantis open to you. Follow me!
Why are there gates? Why is there a wall? The bad guys can just swim over all of it, yet everybody acts as though this is some great impenetrable barrier that stumps them every time they come here.
Was a trap! Retreat before we are slaughtered!
Atuma was so upset it took him 2 tries to spit the words out. That was in the actual cartoon. There were a few bad spots at this point. But the result is the same. The bad guys are leaving and the good guys are celebrating. Bera is going with the bad guys and good riddance. There's just one loose end to cauterize.
There is but one thing I do not understand. Why did I not succumb to the hypnotic rays of Bera's ultimate weapon?
Because there is one power stronger than any weapon. The power of true love.
I guess that means Vashti doesn't really love Namor because it got him just like that. Maybe Namor should look into that.
Stronger than a whale, he can swim anywhere. He can breathe underwater and go flying through the air. The noble Submariner, prince of the deep, will be ready any demon. Lord Namor of Atlantis is the prince of the deep.
To heart, Bera. The people have turned against, but okay. Again, okay, come on. Atlantis, who doesn't, there were a few bad spoints. Now let's do it without the phone noise.